Assalamualaikum and a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Just now was the video from our sponsor of Virtual Science Fair 2021. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to Kenanga Investors Berhad for sponsoring us throughout the event. Ladies and gentlemen, we meet again in VS Exhibition brought to you by Virtual Science Fair. Welcome all of you to the VSF Science Exhibition, all ready for our second student body of Malaya Actuarial and Financial Mathematics Society, UMAC. For your information, UMAC is a society where its membership is automatically given to real science students in UM, and that organizes various events from bonding activities among the members to academic workshops and industrial visits to develop the members' professional skills. I'm pretty sure that we are all thrilled to learn more and know more. So with that, I would like to welcome Mr. Ng Yi Kwan and Ms. Ong Min Ming to conduct their sharing session.
So, hi guys! Welcome to the UM Virtual Science Fair 2021, and this session is brought to you by University of Malaya Actuarial and Financial Mathematics Society, UMAC. So the presenters will be me, I'm Min Ming, and another person is Yi Xuan. So I'm an second year actuarial science student in UM. I hope you guys will learn a bit more about actuarial science throughout this event, okay? So let's I'll just explain briefly about our program before I move into other parts. So these things you can find on the website. The actuarial science program in UM consists of 4 years. The duration is 4 years and it consists of 8 semesters. It has 7 semesters of you studying in the university and also 1 semester of internship, which will be your last semester. And to enter this program, there's 2 ways. First is the UPU, and the next one is the University of Malaya's open channel. And the fees are different according to which application methods you use. For UPU, it will be 1,100 ringgit per semester. So in total, it will be 8,800 for this course. So that's the tuition fees only, okay? It doesn't include other fees. And if you enter through the open channel, it will be 42,750 ringgit. This is the total amount for the 4 years course. Okay. So you might be wondering, as an actuarial science student, what do we learn? What subjects do we cover, right? So these are the 4 main topics that we cover, the subjects. If you are I think you have heard people who are good in mathematics pursue their studies in actuarial science. I would say that's true because for me, from my experience, I'm second year now. Until now, I think 90% of my courses involves values, mathematics, and calculations, all that. So if you're interested in mathematics, I think you would like this course. But I would like you to take note that this mathematics may be a bit different. So usually mathematics that you learn in high school or foundation, it will be like the application type, like you do integration, plus, minus, divide, differentiation, all that. But in university, for my first year, it's on the proving the application understanding of theories. So it's like a deeper part of the mathematics, okay? And we also learn about economics. So to put a side note here, so actuaries deal with measuring uncertainty and also maintaining the economic stability. So the business part is very important. So actuaries combine mathematical knowledge and also business knowledge. So economics is important over here. We also learn about finance and accounting and also programming. So actuaries evaluate risk, as if you catch what I said just now. So if they evaluate risk, they need to analyze past data, and this past data is not like one Excel sheet. It's like a whole big amount of data. So to obtain useful information from it, you need to use programming. so to filter and also get the useful information. So if you've just finished SPM, or you have holidays coming soon, I would advise you to learn programming. There's like online websites where you can learn it for free, and it doesn't matter what programming language you learn. There's like Python, C++, R. There's a lot language, but which one that you choose, it doesn't matter, because the knowledge are transferable. And I would definitely advise you to learn more about it, because it will help you in your university life. We learn quite a lot of programming as well. Yeah. And then about the actuarial exam, if you're interested to become an actuary, I think you would have Google search about it. So graduating from actuarial science course do not make you an actuary. It doesn't matter like which uni you go. The important part, the thing that you need to do is take the actuarial exam and pass all of it to become a certified actuary. So it's like an extra thing lah, actually, because besides studying for your university, you need to study on your own without your lecturers, without time schedule. You need to study and take the exams on your own. So sometimes it may clash with your study, but if you can manage your time well, it's actually very it's a challenge. Okay. And the actuarial exams are offered by actuarial boards. For example, SOA, the Society of Actuaries; CAS, Casualty Actuarial Society; IFOA, Institute and Faculty of Actuaries; and also Institute of Actuaries Australia. So if you're really interested to become an actuary, and you do not know where to start or which actuarial board to attach to, it's okay. It's not that important yet, because you still have time to think about it, right? You just need to know there's this actuarial exam. So after entering the university, we'll have like sharing sessions. The faculty will organize sharing sessions, and our society, the UMAC, will invite representatives or professionals from those actuarial boards to give you talks, and you will be exposed to what are their exam structures, what do they focus on, and then only you make your decision. That's fine. And then for exam exemptions, that means that once you've taken certain courses in uni, you do not need to study on your own. So you can just, pass your uni exam and then apply for exemptions. So it doesn't make you like, once you've passed this course in uni, it doesn't give you like a pass on this paper. You need to apply for exemptions. Okay, so you need to like get a minimum of B, something like that, to have exemptions. And it actually saves you time and also money. Okay, so for the exam exemptions, for if you are student, and if you're a UM student and under the SOA, you have exemptions on 3 papers of VEE. And then if you attach to IFOA, you will have exemptions on 4 papers, which are the CM1, CM2, CS1, and CS2. So it's so it's really good if you have exemptions. Okay, so for the facilities, I will pass it to Yishuan to continue.
All right, thank you, Ming Ming, for the general information of our actuarial science program. Hi everyone, I'm Yi Chuan, currently a third-year student for actuarial science course. So for now, I would like to introduce you about what if you all enter for the actuarial science, the facility provided, and also share some challenges I faced before and the ways to overcome it. So you all can see in the slide here, after you all enroll into the actuarial science program, most of the time you all will study at the Institute Science, we say ISM. And for this Institute Science Mathematics, we can see that the facility provided can be separated into 2 aspects, the hardware and also the software. So for the hardware is like, we have the lecture hall, tutorial rooms, computer labs, seminar rooms, and also reading rooms. And all of these facilities are Wi-Fi facilitated and also air conditioned. Sometimes you may need a jacket or wear long sleeve for having attending the lecture inside the lecture hall because it's quite cold sometimes. And then for computer lab, what are the software we available is the Wolfram Mathematica, MATLAB, Minitabs, Dev C++, SPSS, and also the RStudio. So for actuarial science students, what we normally use is the Dev C++ and also the RStudio. And the RStudio is a very common software to use it by like having the data analysis or like the data modeling. Yeah, you all will learn it during the university. And then what we will use this programming language is like we will use the theory we learned before and then apply it on it and then to solve our problems and get a solution like that. Okay, next. All right, next I would like to introduce you about our society. You make the annual activities. First and foremost is our ID. So for this ID is activities for every fresh entrant first year students to like expose them about more on details of our course and also the future career pathway. While for this event, we also have the sharing session from the graduated seniors and also the industrial talk. Yeah. And then next is the I trip. And this activity will be more relaxed and informal, which is for us to like to stronger our bonding between the junior and also seniors. And then next is the convocations. So for every year convocation, right? So all of us, the juniors will go to the padang there and then help the seniors to celebrate and then give them flowers and give them some souvenir. Okay, next. Okay, so next is our annual general meetings, which is we will have some chalun to give their speech and then all of the members will vote for the next year committees. And then UMAC dinner is a annual dinners that everyone will join and then having dinner together and then like having the performance from each year's just have a fun between each other. And then next is our industrial visits. So for industrial visit, every year the company we go is different and we not only go to our insurance company but also some consulting firms like EY and Deloitte here. But also sometimes we may go for our non-traditional pathway company, like the binary company, which is a data-related company. Yeah. Next. All right. Beside all those things, we also have some formal events like academic workshops. And for this workshop, the topics organized every year is also different. It's dependent on the academic initiative bureau. And for this year, like we have a Excel workshop for very basic one for our first year and second year students. And also we invited our seniors to come back and then give us some knowledge on the data in industrial area. And then besides the academic workshop, every year we also have organized the National Secondary School Actuarial Camp, which is known as NZAC. And for this camp, our purpose is to like expose all the secondary school students about what is actuarial science and then having the industrial visits to insurance let them see about what is the work life after you graduate and has a job as an actuary. So they may get some idea on maybe like actually is it suitable for them or maybe they are suitable for other things. And through this, we also can have more interest of secondary school students to enroll in this program. Okay, next. Okay, now I would like to talk about the challenges I faced before and the ways to overcome it. So for first one, actual professional exam sure is face every actual science students face. Yeah. So this problem is like mainly on what professional board you want to choose and then how you want to prepare your exam. So for me, my advice is before you choose any exercise board, you may go to their official websites to see on the details and then pick the one is most suitable on you. For example, like some actual professional papers, the exam is through MCQ questions, and then computer based like that. So you think that is suitable for you, then you pick it. Or you may think about the exemption, number of papers exempted. Like SOA just now mentioned is 3 papers, and this 3 paper is constant for every university. For IFOA, the exemption paper is not constant for every university. Like UM has 4 papers, then the Hero What maybe have 8 papers like that. So you may go to do some research on it, and maybe you all have some question you may ask in the Q&A session later. And then when preparing the exam, you need to remember that you need to study the exam manual before 1 or 2 months of the exam, because the professional papers exam, the syllabus is not wholly covered inside the university. So you need to spend some of your times to study the manuals to cover all the syllabus and score well and try to get one time pass. Yeah. And then if you face any problems during your study the manuals, you can ask your lecturers or form a study groups to ease your study. But most importantly, I think for scoring well inside the professional papers is like you need to have a very strong determinations and also self-discipline, because you need to arrange your time well, and then sometimes you may need to study the courses instead of university and also study the professional papers. Yeah. Next is about the lecture and also scoring an A inside the course of university. So firstly, I think for actuarial science, right, understanding the concept is more important that you memorize all the formulas. Yeah. So every time you need to like have a self-study before the lecture and then can refer to the textbook, because some of the content it may not be covered inside your lecture note, but sometimes you may miss it during your lecture time. So always refer to your textbook when there is some problems you face. And then if you really have very difficulties on this on that particular course, you may make some appointments to the lecturer after the class, and then the active and also brave in asking questions during the lecture time and also tutorial time is very important also. Besides, like asking through emails or WhatsApp, I think is not very useful ways to overcome your understanding, because like if it involves a complicated working step, it may not be very obvious through the WhatsApp. Yeah. Next. Next is time management. So for our university, right, besides attending lecture every day, most of us will also like having the co-curricular activities like joint or other university program, you say project like that. So in this case, you need to arrange your time properly, and so won't like balance the time of the co-curriculum, and also you won't like call what imbalance and scoring not well in your exam. Yeah. Besides, always do a planner and timetable before registering the upcoming semester courses. Okay, for this one, right, for our University of Malaya, it is very flexible that our students can arrange their timetable themselves. But because of this, you need to do some research on the courses available next sem and also the time to prevent like the whole day lecture is from 8 to 8 p.m. like that. It is very stressful and cannot be manageable to be said. Yeah. And then for arrange your weekend time properly for doing tutorial practices, revising, and go through the upcoming lecture. All right, this is important also, because what we most study is mathematics, right? So I think the best way to improve a mathematics skill is to do the exercise and then look through all the questions down. It may help you to solve the problems inside the final exam or professional papers. Okay. Next is online learning modes. So for this one is currently challenges we face, because during this mode, right, the our group mates for assignment is become less efficient. So for my suggestion is like try using a voice call or video call for discussion instead of typing inside the group chat. Because if you face to face talk to each other, you all may know about and then can open communication with each other. And next is separate all the tasks properly and jot down in words form to make sure everyone understands and follows. This is important like because if you do not have a work form jot down everyone's jobs, someone may leave and not doing. If you jot down, then you all may have someone to ask them to do it and then to check back is more easier. All right. I think that's all for my part. And later I will come back again for another session. Now I pass back to Bing Bing first.
Okay, thank you, Yichuan, for explaining just now. So after, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. So after graduating from this course, you will become an actuary. So by definition, actuaries are problem solvers, business analysts, consultants, and financial risk assessors who look at past and present information to develop and communicate a picture of the future. An actuary is an expert in assessing the financial impact of tomorrow's uncertain events by analyzing the past, modeling the future, assessing the risk involved, and communicating the results mean in financial terms. So as you can see over here, we apply all the knowledge we learn, the subjects, mathematics, finance, accounting, economics, programming, to do our work. And where do actuaries work? So you will usually find actuaries in insurance company, financial institutions such as banks, consulting firm, or they will work with the government. So let's go into more detail. Actuaries pathway can be separated into traditional career path and also non-traditional career path. So there's actually not much difference. The only difference is that the traditional career path is like it's formed very long time ago. You'll see more actuaries working in that path, and non-traditional career path is the new sectors where actuaries are required to apply their skills. So I believe this list is not just it. It will expand even longer. Okay. So for traditional career path, it's usually insurance companies, consulting firms, employee benefit departments, government agencies, and also financial advisories. I'll just give a brief explanation on each. So actuaries working in the insurance company, what they do is that they develop, price, and manage products across all line of business. And the product here, we mean that it's insurance. So they deal with life insurance, health insurance, retirement insurance, or general insurance. So they deal with it and price it. And then for actuaries working in the consulting firms, they, instead of them calculating and do all that on their own, they will consult other people on like what they should do, how they should price it. And employee benefit departments, government agency usually deals with the nation, and financial advisories, they provide financial planning guidance for investment plans. Okay, so and non-traditional career path, there are actuaries working in business analytics, enterprise risk management, senior management, investments and fund management, banking and financial services, wealth management and financial planning, health and retirement financing, and also entrepreneurial actuaries. So let's say actuaries in the enterprise risk management. The actuaries provide tools, techniques, and perspective to manage operational risk at enterprise or corporate level. And then senior management usually provide business and management oversight and make decisions. Investment and fund management would be they focus on asset risk for asset managers and also contribute in areas such as hedging strategies, derivatives, structuring, and structured finance. So the difference here, it would be like what type of risk they're focusing and what kind of impact they're assessing. That's the difference among like different pathways. Okay, so now we'll move to the Q&A session. So if you have any question, we're here to answer all your queries. So I hope you guys understand what we explained just now.
Okay, Samantha, could you share about why you choose to study actuarial science? All right, first and foremost, for me, actually, I pick actuarial science is like I'm more interested on maths, and because I'm from matriculation, so I do not pick other science path because I don't like the lab report. Yeah, and then for actuarial science, actually, most of the people give me advice that in future you can have many career pathway, like not actually on the actuary only. Like we can involve in the financial parts or the accounting parts, like giving the consulting like that. Yeah, it has more
Yeah.
broadened way of the career path.
For me, I'm interested in mathematics as well, and I would like to apply mathematical knowledge in business part. I'm interested in like the investment part as well. So actuaries does not only focus on the insurance. So I think there's like a lot of pathway as what Isha has said. And but to become an actuary, you need to take like the actual exams, right? I think I enjoy the process, keep on taking challenges, something to aim for, and keep you disciplined. The exam you will take actually until like 4 or 5 years after you enter the workforce. So I would say I think that's like something to keep me disciplined and challenged. So that's why I chose this actuarial science path. And it's also considered one of the professional career lah. Yeah. So
Okay,
the next question,
from Nivita, can you briefly explain on the process or exam needed to be taken to be an actuary? Okay, so for this one, right, the actuary actually we can separate into two stages. The first one is we known as associateship, and then second one is the fellowship. So for what is associateship is like it is a qualified certificate for each professional board, and then fellowship, if you understand through the medical field, is like a specialized doctor. So for fellowship is like a specialized actuary in a specific track. And then for this process, right, the associateship for every actuarial board is different, and also fellowship is also different lah. Like me taking the SOA, what we are going on through the associateship is like we need to take 6 exams and then 3 VEE like that, and have some seminar or project to be done. And then for IFOA is different. Maybe
yeah,
like Henry, yeah, Mimi is taking IFOA.
I'm from IFOA. So as I've said just now, there's 4 papers exempted already, right? To become an associate, you need to take 10 papers. So since 4 is exempted, you need to take the remaining 6 papers to become an associate, and then another 3 papers to become a fellow.
And then how long the process will be taken to be an actuary is dependent of everyone. Like maybe some people can be finish the exam and pass very fast inside your university times. All this is dependent on your own, like when you want to take the paper and how you want to plan to take the paper, the sequence. Because for actual board examination, it doesn't have a very fixed sequence for the examination to be taken.
And the exam format may be different according to like which papers you take and which actuarial board you attach to. So the preparation timeline also depends on what papers you take. Usually, from what I observe around my friends, it will take usually 2 months to a year to prepare for a paper. So see how focused or determined you are into studying that paper.
All right. Hi, what is the difference between accounting, finance, and actuarial science? So for accounting, it will be more due on the ledger and then checking all those audit things. And then finance is like um, planning the financial plan for a company like that. While actuarial science will be for a company like that, it's more on the management of risk. Will be like some risk calculations on that particular company if he or valuation on the risk like that.
So like accounting, jotting down what has happened and what they kind of predict, but not as deep as actuarial science do. They predict how much money they're going to use. But for actuarial science, let's say we are usually in the insurance field, right? So I'm sorry. Okay, so usually insurance field, we are going to study past data. That's what accounting and finance don't really usually do. I think they study what's the probability of something happens in the future and how big is that financial impact. So we study about this risk and impact and the financial impact. Yeah. And accounting, finance, and business have different professional body. If you notice, accounting usually is ACAEW or ACCA. Finance will be CFA, and actuarial science is this SOA IFA that we have mentioned.
And then for us, we also learn some basic on the accounting and also the finance. Yeah. If someone wish to be in accounting, can he or she take the actuarial science? Actually can, but you need to self-study everything by reading the manuals, and you may not have the exemption of the VEE or the professional board provided. You may need to attend their courses online or through any mode they provided. Yes, always. Actually, you want to become an actuary, you can take any courses in university, but you need to complete the exam professional papers.
Yeah,
You
the
mean the
different
commerce,
papers
right? If someone wish to be in accounting, in this case, if he or she is accounting path inside the secondary school, for UM is not accept. UM only accept science stream students to take the actual science program. Maybe I answer your question. How many exams do we have to take with a certificate actuarial? So for this one, I mentioned before, it depends on the professional board. Different professional boards have different number of exams to be passed.
I think
And
minimum is
the
like 7. Yeah.
process is not only examination, may have the project or seminar to attend. Which option is better, ACCA or actual science? This one is depends on your preference. Like you are more interested in actual science or accounting because it is different aspect. Yeah. Do you think the industry is saturated already, or is there still demand or for actually in Malaysia? All right, for this case, right, for industry today is saturated for the graduated actuarial science students, but not the qualified actuary. Because for now, too many graduated actuarial science students to be said. And actually to improve your competitive, now most of the internship needed are the student with 2 and higher papers pass inside the professional papers. So for qualified actuary is not saturated, but actuarial science students is too many for now. So need to I encourage as possible the papers during your university time before you graduate.
Yeah, and actually, there's a lot of pathways in actuarial science, right? So I think if you are actuaries evaluate risk and also determine the impact. So there's actually a lot of risk around our surround us. It's not only just insurance that will deal with risk. So if you are able to find out new things and explore that pathway, then yeah, there's actually still demand, I think. I hope I answered the question.
Is professional papers compulsory only if you want to be continue with traditional pathway, How about non-traditional pathway? Is it compulsory too? Okay, for this one, the professional exam is only compulsory for those who want to become actuary, normally inside the insurance company. And all this paper has, if you pass one paper, you may increase your salary like that. So for non-traditional pathway, you no need to take any papers. Like maybe you are interested in the consulting firm area, you no need to take any professional papers. But if you take, then the paper is not useful lah. I can say that.
Oh, for me, I will have a different opinion. I would say that if you want to become a certified actuary, this will add on your credibility, and you are learning more things that are applicable in different situations. So it would be great if you want to challenge yourself and to learn more. It's great to just take the exam. You know, since it's a professional exam as well.
Yes, I agree. By studying the professional papers, right, you will learn more things about that particular topic, like financial mathematics, and you will get more expert in that. All right, next question. What do you like the most about actuarial science in UM? So, okay, last question for this one. I like the most about actuarial science in UM is like it is the cheapest, the fees, university fees for this course in our Malaysia. And also for UM, right, we have many co-curriculum to can be participate inside. It gives us chance to have more bonding between each other like that. Unlike like maybe some private university, we cannot say they don't have any co-curriculum activities, but most of the time they are studying only. Yeah. Ming Ming?
Yeah, for me, as I've said just now, I take IFOA, right? So UM offers exemptions on 4 papers. So that actually just a bit more information. Taking exams under IFA is pretty expensive. The exams usually take like 6 to 800 ringgit per paper, and the passing rate is relatively very low. I think 50 to 60% only. So if I can get these exemptions, right, I'm actually saving a lot of time and a lot of money. So that's like one of the important uh, that makes me decide about actual science in UM. And the course structure is good as well, I think, because there's like pretty long sem breaks in between semesters, and I can take this time to study for my actual exams. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the end of the Q&A
Q&A
session.
session.
So I think we can move on to the quiz session. Okay. Share screen. I think you guys are seeing it right now. Okay. So the quiz question will be very easy. I hope you guys remember what we explained just now. So the first question would be, how long is the course duration of Bachelor of Actuarial Science in UM? Is it 3 years, 3.5 years, 4 years, or 4.5 years? You guys can just post your answers in the chat. I think you'll be able to see it over here. C, I see one person answered C. Anyone answers? Yeah, C. Yeah, the correct answer is C, 4 years. So it's 4 years consisting of 8 semesters, 7 semester of studying in UM, and 1 semester of internship. So the second question, what subjects do we learn as an actuarial science student? Do we learn programming, statistics, chemistry, or economics? So what do we learn? Anyone have any answers? Another C. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the answer is C, programming, statistics, economics. And we also learn mathematics, specifically differentiation, integration, financial mathematics, all that. And chemistry is, I would say, is not really applicable for an actuary work. So let's move to question 3. Actuaries only work in insurance company, yes or no? So the different pathways. Okay, the answer is no. Actuaries work in a lot of places like government, agency, financial institutions, and all that. Okay, thank you for your answers. And then question 4. Are you a qualified actuary after graduating from Bachelor of Actuarial Science in UM? Yes or no? Actually, this applies to quite a few other it applies to all other universities as well. So do you become a qualified actuary after graduating from this course? B. So the answer is no, right? Yeah. So to become an qualified actuary, you need to pass actuarial exams. That's the most important part to become an actuary. Okay. The last question, exemptions can be obtained for how many IFOA exams if you study actuarial science in UM? Is it 0 or 4 or 6 or you just don't know? You can just write don't know if you really don't know. So you guys can post your answers. Sorry, I hope you guys didn't see the answers. Okay. Yep, the answers is B. 4 papers, and it's only for UM. So different university have different big numbers of exemptions, but in UM there's 4 IFOA papers. That's it. That is exempted. Okay. So I think now we'll move on to the last section of our presentation, and this part will be presented by Yi Chuan. So I'll just pass it to him. Okay.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Yi Chen. It's me again. So for now, I would like to present the flow session on the topic do actually normally do during the last time COVID-19 pandemic. So in this topic, actually we can look into the different teams of actuarial departments in a life insurance company. Okay. So for the 6 teams are valuation, pricing, reinsurance, data analytics, product management, and also risk management. So during COVID-19 pandemic, right, the valuation part will still nothing more changes, which they will still value the insurance contract and make sure company can fulfill the obligation on the premium that received until the term ends. So what we know about this is what actually insurance company earn their money is they will receive the premium, and then this premium received, the company will use make some investment inside the stock market or any financial investment like that. So they need to value how they need to use all these premium received to cover the expenses or losses during the COVID-19 pandemic part. And then next is the pricing. So for the pricing team in the actuary department, the pricing actuary will use the assumption made from the real life, like the mortality rates and also the interest rate provided by the banks, all those things to calculate what is the break-even premium or the zero profit premiums and make sure that insurance can use it to sustain in the long run. As we know that COVID-19 pandemic, right, some of the bank will adjust their interest rate to be changes, and so the pricing of the insurance product will also be affected. So the pricing actually will need to take into all these considerations when designing the calculating the price of a insurance product. And then next is the reinsurance. So for reinsurance, we can say that it is an insurance for insurance company. As we all know that COVID-19 pandemic caused many like death claims to or the health claims to the insurance company. So this may lead the losses is greater than the expected losses. And then actually for every insurance company, they also buy some insurance policy from other insurance company. And this other insurance company normally is refers to the greater size of insurance company. Okay, so to mitigate their risk, reinsurance themselves may purchase pandemic bonds. And next is our data analytics teams. And for this team, they will do more things during this COVID-19 pandemic. As before on this, right, our global pandemic doesn't have so big effect. The answers before we doesn't have so huge impact global. So for this time, the analytics able must to collect the data and analyze the needs of customer over the past experience. And then for this time, they will build and analyze the statistical model on the expected death on COVID-19. So they may use, so after that, the actual department may use this and analyze data when calculating the price or even to design a new product like that. And then next is the product management department. And for this department, they will use their creative mind and innovative mind to design a new product. And then for COVID-19 pandemic, right? Most of us, the life insurance or the health insurance is not included the pandemic claims. So in this case, they may design insurance product, which is optimum supplemental benefits that are added on the basic of insurance policy. Rider is something like, okay, like before I sign insurance policy, then I think I need to add some protection on my specific things, so I can sign up another things to cover the protection like that. Okay. Next, last is risk management team inside it is to identify and analyze the risk involved in like creating product launch. What is the risk we will face, like expected losses, all those things. Yes. And I think that's all for our presentation today. Thank you and apologies for any mistake made. And if you wish to know more about us, you all may go to Facebook or Instagram to search the UMAC. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, before our session for today, do you have any last word that you will say to the audience?
So I hope you guys learn a lot of things from this sharing session and get more interested about actuarial science. And we are here to help you guys. If you have any inquiries, you can go to the UMAC Instagram. And of course, we hope you guys will join us in this course in the future.
How about Mr. Ng Yi Kuan? Do you have anything to say? Okay, I think that's a technical issue, but it's okay. All right. Thank you so much to Mr. Ng Yi Kuan and Ms. Ong Min Ming for the interesting sharing session delivered. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see in the live chat, there is a feedback form posted by VSF team. Kindly fill up the form as your feedback will be counted in choosing the winner for the best presenter. Before we end our session for today, let us all give our brightest smile session.
Okay, smile guys. Thank you, done.
Thank you so much. Again, I would like to thank the presenters and all of you for attending our second VSF Science Exhibition 2021 for today. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be having our third session with Persatuan Fizik UM on 12 p.m. in the same channel. Make sure to stay tuned. Till then, Assalamualaikum and thank you. We will see all of you in a bit. Bye-bye.
Bye.